Yesterday, very early in the morning, Raila Odinga received the most shocking news because Raila was not expecting this to happen at all. The news was President William Samoei Ruto and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Martha Koome, meeting at State House. And I'm 100% sure that currently Raila Odinga is completely cornered after that particular meeting. The reason as to why I'm saying this is because the things that Raila Odinga has been doing secretly at the courts, using Okia Omtata and collaborating with some corrupt judicials, as alleged by none other than President William Samoei Ruto. All of these issues were discussed openly during that particular meeting. So going forward, we don't expect things to be the same with the judiciary. And that is why Raila Odinga knew about this. He was totally opposing that meeting between William Ruto and the Chief Justice, Martha Koome.
Tunaambia hakimu mkuu Bi Martha Koome, wacha hii mambo ya usharati. Wacha usharati. Hapana kwenda kuolewa na executive. Hakuna mazungumzo. Kwenda kwa kitanda na huyo mtu ni usharati. Tumekataa. Wangapi wamekataa? Nione mkono hapa.
You know, Raila Odinga had his own political interests. The reason as to why Raila Odinga was using some judicials at the courts to sabotage and to derail President William Ruto's development agenda, he was thinking that he will be elected in the year 2027 general elections. Because Raila Odinga will have an excuse. He will campaign and tell people across the country that the person you elected, President William Samoei Ruto, has failed to deliver. But because President William Ruto is also wise politically, he was quick to react and he blocked Raila Odinga's political move completely. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Finally, President William Ruto conducted a meeting with the Chief Justice, Martha Koome. Martha Koome was the one who wrote to invite President William Ruto for an urgent meeting. But there are three things that must be answered concerning that particular meeting. Number one, what did they discuss in that meeting? And what exactly should we expect going forward? The relationship between Martha Koome and President William Ruto in the judiciary, what do we expect from them after that particular meeting? Number two, who exactly attended that particular meeting? And what was their important role in that meeting? Because William Ruto was not only with Martha Koome, he invited several other leaders. What was their important role in that meeting? And number three, what is Raila Odinga's reaction after that particular meeting? And what next should we expect from Raila Odinga? Because he was opposing that meeting and that meeting actually happened. So I want to explain to you the deeper, shocking details, the secret truth behind all this. Because whatever we are seeing here, it is well connected with the 2027 general elections. So, the secret truth behind all this ahead of the 2027 general elections. But before I go straight into the details, just a quick reminder, in case you are listening to me up to this point and you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm requesting you to please just take a second or two and subscribe. You can also give this video a like. Just press the thumbs up button down below. If you do that, YouTube will recommend this channel and this video in particular to reach out to others so that we can grow together. To my returning subscribers also, I really want to appreciate you for your continued support, because without your support, then this channel cannot be where it is, and that is why I don't take your support for granted. Most importantly, for you to receive all the notifications every time I upload a video on this channel, you can do so by activating all the notifications by pressing the notification bell down below. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details. Number one, for us to understand what exactly did William Ruto and Martha Koome and several other leaders who were in that meeting, what they discussed, let us see what William Ruto posted about this particular meeting. I retrieved this information from President William Ruto's Facebook account. He posted this: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, which of course are the three arms of the government, commit to working together to enhance service delivery, tackle corruption, and promote administration of justice. We cannot afford to let narrow, selfish interests to derail the much needed transformation of our country. Up to that point, there are two important things that I've captured in that meeting. William Ruto is talking about service delivery and corruption. Number two is talking about the selfish political interest driven by an individual who is against President William Ruto's development agenda. So in the service delivery and corruption, there is no way that William Ruto can deliver on his projects, on his development agenda, without working together with the three arms of the government. You know, Raila Odinga was arguing that there's no way that the three arms of the government can work together because the judiciary is independent institution, the executive and the legislature. But William Ruto has argued that there's no way that it can work to deliver if one arm of the government is paralyzed. So Raila Odinga was basically using one arm of the government, which was actually the judiciary, to paralyze the other arms of the government. Also, Raila Odinga's selfish political interests was discussed in that meeting. So going forward, we don't expect things to be the same. Let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Number two, the people or the leaders who are available, who are invited in that particular meeting, and why President William Ruto invited all these leaders. What was their important role in that meeting? William Ruto in his statement proceeds to say that he has mentioned the leaders who attended, who he invited. There is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Martha Koome, who was in that meeting on behalf of the judges and the alleged corrupt judicials, because Martha Koome was demanding that William Ruto to name any corrupt judge that he knows. But remember that William Ruto receives the intelligence report. So I'm sure William Ruto did not want to mention these corrupt judicials in public. He wanted to give Martha Koome the exact information, where he got it from, and together with the evidence. Another person who was available in that meeting was the Deputy Chief Justice, Philomena Mwilu, who also played the same role as the Chief Justice, Martha Koome, in that meeting. Another person was the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula. Moses Wetangula was in that meeting invited on behalf of the legislature, which is also an important role, an important arm of the government. There were the allegations that William Ruto had actually captured, or William Ruto has captured the legislature. He has captured the parliament. That is what Raila Odinga was saying. So they wanted to talk about all these issues. I'm sure Moses Wetangula talked about this. He explained if William Ruto has captured the parliament, because from what I know, there's no way William Ruto has captured the parliament in any way. It is only that William Ruto has the majority, which Raila Odinga fails to accept, to acknowledge. Up to date, Raila Odinga still thinks that he has the majority in parliament. Another person who was in that meeting was the Attorney General, Justin Muturi. Remember that Justin Muturi is a representative of the government at the courts of law. That is why he was invited. The Solicitor General Shadrach Mose was also available. Also, the Interior CS Kithure Kindiki. Now, Kithure Kindiki was in that meeting on behalf of the Security Department. The Security Department collaborates very well with the courts. You must remember that. So that is why he was invited by President William Ruto in that meeting, and also Anne Waiguru, who was there to represent the governors, who are also the heads of the counties. Finally, what do you think will be Raila Odinga's next move? He was opposing that meeting happened. What should we expect next from Raila Odinga? In my considered opinion, Raila Odinga is regretting. Raila Odinga is in hot soup. Raila Odinga is completely cornered. Number one, Raila Odinga's mission is real mission. He wanted the fallout between the executive and the judiciary to proceed, because it will be in his political advantage. If you can still remember the fallout between the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Chief Justice, David Maraga. That is why David Maraga was totally against Uhuru Kenyatta in most of his rulings. All the advantage of the judiciary went to Raila Odinga. The same thing applied to Uhuru Kenyatta and Martha Koome. Their bitter fallout. That is why the BBI was stopped. So Raila Odinga would want the same thing to happen here. But of course, it will not happen, because William Ruto has now ensured that his relationship with the judiciary is strong enough ahead of the 2027 general elections. Number two, Raila Odinga is completely defeated. He is cornered. Actually, Raila Odinga can do nothing about this. We expect Raila Odinga to surrender because his mission is completely blocked by President William Samoei Ruto. And finally, let us wait and see if Raila Odinga will call for the demonstrations across the country, the street protests, to protest against this meeting between William Ruto and Martha Koome, or what will be his next political move. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think. Let me also know your thoughts, your views, and your opinions in the comment section down below. What can you say about this meeting between President William Ruto and the Chief Justice Martha Koome? What do you think they discussed? What do you think will be the next political move by Raila Amolo Odinga? Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let me see you again in my next analysis. My name is Jason. Bye-bye.